Hello everybody, my name is Ross Hoffman. I'm with Hoffmann Geospatial Incorporated. My company specializes in offering GIS services to counties, organizations, individuals, and companies. And today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about our specialty, which is land use mapping. In this instance, shoreland land use mapping. So many of our waterways in the state of Minnesota have become impaired for water quality for one reason or another. And one way to start improving that water quality is by improving the shoreland area. And before you can start improving the shoreland area, you really need to determine what land uses are within the shoreland area, and what land uses may need to be changed or improved upon to improve that water quality. And that's really where we come in. We use FSA NAIP 2010 aerial photos to do all of our land use mapping. This is a 1 meter resolution. This is also the scale we map at, which is at about 1 to 4,000. And the first thing we do is identify the areas that really need to be mapped. And so we will take existing stream information, and really the first thing that we need to do is retrace the stream so that it's in a more accurate location. So we'll use, in most cases, the aerial photographs or LiDAR information too if it's available, and we retrace the stream location to make sure that we can define an area that's accurate enough that needs to be mapped. So once we have the stream, like I said, retraced, we define this area that needs to be mapped, and then we go through pretty much at this scale or even closer in some instances, and we define each of the individual land uses using a 5-digit code to really define what the land use is. And this is what the final information will look like. So you can see here we have an agricultural area, a forested area right here, a managed grass area, an area with grass and trees, a roadway, more managed grass, some woodland and some shrubland over here, areas of water. And really this information is all queryable, is all usable. Each of these land use polygons can be clicked on and identified. As you can see here we have a code of 24,000, which identifies this specific area as a cropland area. And after we have this information and we've created and digitized and cleaned up all the information, I'll just show you a comparison really quick between it and the aerial photo. You can see that it's pretty dead on as to where the land uses stop on the aerial photo. We pride ourselves in accuracy, and we do this all by hand, which I think creates a far more cleaner product in the end. And once we have this information finished up, what we will do then is, if the organization or the county wants us to, we can either do it ourselves or we can show you guys how to do it. We then define an area that's of concern to the individual we'll be working with. So in this case, we're going to define an area 50 feet away from the stream. And we'll cut this information down so that we only have the land use information within 50 feet. And then any land use that we've identified, we identify over 25 different land uses. Any land use that we identify that you want to concentrate on, be it agricultural land, managed grassland, regular grassland, forested areas, can be quickly identified within any distance basically of the stream that we've retraced. That's why we've traced the stream location, to ensure that that location is very accurate, and so that we can define a very accurate area around the stream. In this case, we're going to identify agricultural areas that are within 50 feet of the stream. And so you notice here we still have little slits of agricultural areas. It's pretty easy to select these out in GIS. Like I said, we can do this for you, or we can work with you, or to show you how to do it. And with that, we can identify exactly where agricultural practices are taking place within 50 feet of this stream, and where in this instance these areas of agriculture may be affecting the water quality, and we can easily go through and work with these landowners to maybe install some conservation on their land and take care of it. So thank you very much for listening. This is just one of many of examples of some of the information that we can provide. If you have any questions, please use the Contact Us form on our website, www.hoffgeo.com.